Hi, everybody. This is Rolanda Sumner. I'm the CEO and founder of Life After Service Transitional Coaching and the creator of Business Launch Prep School. And today I have a message for you. What I want to share with you is that the detriment of trying to do everything yourself, basically. So, one common objection I get on a regular basis is I can start my business all by myself. I can do it all by myself. And what I'm going to share with you is that's crazy. This is the reason it's crazy because you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you don't know. So, yes, you could do it by yourself, and in 3 to 5 years, you could still be in the same position or worse than what you are today. You're going to spend a lot of money on things you don't need to spend money on. You're going to do a lot of things that you don't need to do now. You're going to read a lot of different blog articles and get freebies and try to jimmy rig it yourself. You're going to lose accountability, lose motivation, and then ramp it back up again when you see your friends doing great because they made the investment and you didn't. So you're going to try to catch up with them. You're going to fall into imposter syndrome and just feel like crap because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not smart enough to charge right. Somebody's going to call me out on my stuff, so I can't charge normal prices. My target audience can't possibly afford paying real rates for me to help them. That's what happens when you do it by yourself, when you don't invest in someone helping you. Seriously. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and hoping for better results, hoping that it gets better, hoping it gets better, hoping things will change. And guess what? They are not going to change. They're not going to get better overnight if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. You have to change. You have to change something, right? You have to change how you're doing business. You got to change how you see yourself. Okay, sorry. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same thing over and over again. You're going to be in the same place. It will cost you 2, 3, 4, 5 times as much at the end if you just hired somebody to help you. And this is for anything. If you just hired somebody to help you, it would have been cheaper than if you tried to do it yourself. You don't know what you don't know. And it's okay for you not to know these things. But in business, you got to make an investment so that you can move forward. And guess what? There's ways to make it affordable. There's ways to make it cost less. There's ways to make it affordable. There's payment plans. You can get financing. Just like you get a loan for your business, you can get a loan for your services. You just got to make a decision that you want it to be better, that you don't want to have to continue to do the same thing all the time. You got to just decide. There's reasons why people choose to continue to do the same thing, hoping for a better result, and it's fear. It boils down to fear. One fear is the fear of success. If I hire somebody to help me, it's going to work. I know it's going to work. I'm going to do everything they say, and it's going to work. What's going to happen when it works? Am I going to be able to keep up? Am I going to be able to serve? Do I know enough? The fear of imposter syndrome starts to creep in. Okay, this is going to work. What if I share information with my clients and then they call me out or they don't believe me? Or the fear of failure. Well, if I pay this money now, I'm not going to be able to get it back. The fear that you're not going to have abundance, a limited mindset, that money is not infinite. It's not a flowing energy. It is a flowing energy. You make an investment and that investment comes back with clients. but you have to first take the first step. You got to take the first step. Nobody's going to show up at your front door because you got a certification saying, hey, I want you to help me. They don't even know who you are. They don't know you. They don't have to know you. But what they have to, the thing is, you got to be able to get out there and tell them who you are. But you can't just start talking. You got to talk to them and tell them things that they want to hear and that they need to hear. But in order to do that, you got to know your target audience. In order to know your target audience, you have to understand what they need, what they want, who they are. You got to do some research. And you can do it alone and take forever to figure it out, or you can get help. So we already talked about the fear of failure. At the end of the day, you don't see abundance as something for you. You're like, well, how would I know the money's going to come back? Because you're going to do the work to make the money. You have to determine that you're going to be successful in whatever venture you try to go into, and that you're going to be successful and do what it takes to be successful. And what it takes to be successful is to get help. You don't got to hire me. There's plenty of people out here who have great programs who can help you get to the next level. And yes, they charge 4 to 5 figures for it because it's worth it. The money and the time that they put into you, all that knowledge they put into you, it's worth it. If you meet somebody who's like, oh, my program is only $100, period. You don't want that program. Because they are going to be burnt out trying to serve you for $100 or whatever little money they're going to charge. And you're not going to be able to get the full benefit of what they offer. Doing it yourself is not the right way to go. Every successful business owner gets someone at a higher level to help them get to that level. And they do it again, and they do it again, and they do it again. To get to that next step of success, you need to have somebody to teach you how to climb that step, to show you the tools you need for that step, because every step gets a little bit steeper. You might need a ladder. You might need a step stool. You might have to climb a rope. But guess what? There's somebody at the top of that rope, the top of that step stool, the top of that ladder who's like, here, grab my hand so I can help you get up here. You might have to go through a little bit of an obstacle to get there. Your obstacle meaning your mindset. Because guess what? There is somebody in that obstacle who can guide you through that obstacle so you don't get trapped. My point being is, if you've been trying to start your own coaching business by yourself for months, a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, and you're not making progress, and I don't mean minuscule progress, I mean like you don't have steady clients. You see yourself having to rebuild stuff over and over again. You keep buying these programs that are costing you more than what you're actually bringing in. Then guess what? You need help. You need someone to show you the steps to start making money sooner than later. You need someone to show you and to help you think critically, to show you how to think critically about things that you need to pay for now and things that you don't need at all, or things you can wait. I know a ton of coaches who make great money, not a website in sight. You can't find them on social media at all. You're like, where are they? But they're making 6 and 7 figures. Why? Because they know where their audience is and they know how to find them. And they know that, listen, my audience is not looking for me on the web. What are you spending your money on right now for your business that you don't need, that you can redirect those funds into getting some help so somebody can teach you the pivotal steps you need to build a profitable foundation for your startup? You don't have to be broke in a startup. That's why you hear about some of these business owners out here, and they started like 12 months ago and they're making $100,000. They're making 6 and 7 figures, and they started like a year ago. Because somebody sat down with them, they invested with someone who sat down with them and was like, these are what you need. This is what you don't need. Let's talk about your mindset, because no matter how much you charge, you're not going to get it because you're too afraid to ask for it. Do you even know how to sell your low ticket item, let alone a high ticket item? Are you charging $75? You're gonna give up on charging $75. You're gonna either give up your business or you're gonna just stop coaching. You'll say you have a business, but then you're gonna be like, well, I haven't really tried to find anybody because nobody wants to pay. That's not true. People want to pay. As a matter of fact, if you're offering value, or offering to help them solve a problem, they don't care how much it costs. They'll find the money. And guess what? If you know what you're doing, you can help them find the money. You can help them with payment plans and such, but you don't know what you're doing yet. Listen, I want you to go to tinyurl.com, BOPS 2021. That's the landing page for my program. Check it out. No obligation. I can't chase you down if you don't do anything with it. Fill out the application. I don't accept everybody in Business Launch Prep School. I don't have time to work with people who aren't serious, who don't find that their dream is urgent, that they want to really build their practice and make an impact now. I don't work with everybody. So don't worry about if you fill out the application. Like, you have to want to be a part of the program, and you have to want to grow and develop. It's an application. I'll get back to you and tell you yay or nay. And even after you fill out the application, we still got to meet, right? You're just taking steps to learn how you can be helped to grow and develop your practice so you can make an impact on your own terms. So you can, it's not even about the money, it's about making an impact on your own terms. When you're in the coaching field, money comes into play. However, you coach because you have something to impart in somebody, so you can help somebody get a transformation in some way, shape, or form. You cannot make that transformation if you don't have help. If you don't even know how to get to the people who are waiting for you, who are suffering because you're stuck in your ego. So check out the site, tinyurl.com/BOPS 2021, and learn how my program can help you get your startup off the ground, your new coaching practice off the ground. Book a phone call if you want to, so that we could talk about how you could do it. I'm not a pressure salesman. I don't have to be. I enroll people easily into my program, so I don't have to pressure you. No means no. Yes means yes. It's just conversation. Okay. In the meantime, you can also get the worksheet that I use for my clients. It's called Soulmate Client Persona LinkedIn Edition. I use this with my clients to help them identify who their soulmate client is and how to find them, the questions to ask so they can find them in social media, so they can find them and start having those conversations. So they're not spraying and praying, throwing spaghetti up against the wall and hoping it'll stick and just making a mess. That is free. Just go to lasco.vet to pick up the Soulmate Client Persona LinkedIn Edition worksheet. I'll talk to you guys later, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.